Good morning, students. So the next type of bond. So yesterday we have discussed covalent bond and ionic bond, and here the next type bond is coordinate covalent bond. Coordinate covalent bond is also called dative bond. So what is the difference? It is a special type of covalent bond. So here in covalent bond there is a sharing of electron pairs. Suppose A and B are two atoms. So here they share these two electrons. So means one electron is contributed by one atom and other electron is contributed by next atom. So but in coordinate covalent bond there is a electron pair contribution is from one atom. Means one atom donates electron pair and one atom accepts electron pair. So here if you see covalent bond, suppose we have seen chlorine. So here this is the Lewis dot structure. So here this one electron is contributed to one, belongs to one atom, and here other electron belongs to other chlorine atom, and they will share to get the octet electronic configuration. This is the normal covalent bond. Normal covalent bond. But coordinate covalent bond is a special covalent bond. So here the electron pair is donated by one atom and accepted by other atom. And here if you see the example, ammonia. So ammonia has one lone pair on nitrogen atom. So this lone pair is donated to the, suppose if you take this proton means, so hydrogen is the 1s1 electronic configuration. If it loses one electron, it will become H plus, and this 1s orbital remains as empty orbital. This is nothing but 1s empty orbital. So this atom is having empty orbital and this nitrogen is having lone pair, excess electrons. So these excess electrons are donated to the deficient atom. Means here it is the electron excess compound, it is the deficient compound. So this electron pair is donated to this proton to form NH4 plus ion. So this is called ammonium ion. Ammonium ion. So this type of bond is called coordinate covalent bond. And here this coordinate covalent bond, this is called donor. Means one atom acts as the donor and one atom acts as the acceptor. So this accepts the electron pair and it donates the electron pair. This type of bond is called coordinate covalent bond. It is also a sharing of electron pair, but this electron pair belongs to the only one of the atoms, one of the bonded atoms. So one atom acts as the donor and one atom acts as the acceptor. This is the coordinate covalent bond. So let us see another example. This ammonia acts as electron donor. Already we have known electron donor. And BF3. It is a electron deficient compound. So according to Lewis theory, the atoms which will have octet electronic configuration are stable. So but here BF3, in BF3 the central atom boron is having only 6 valence electrons. 6 valence electrons. So if you see the structure BF3. So these are the two shared electrons, this shared and here this shared. After sharing, so this will have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons in valence shell. So in order to get the octet electronic configuration, it needs 2 electrons. So that's why it acts as the acceptor. So it accepts this electron pair on the nitrogen atom and it will form the coordinate So we will represent the coordinate covalent bond as this one. So here it is donating and it is accepting. It is shown as the arrow mark. So this is the coordinate covalent bond. And let us see one more example. Carbon monoxide. So in carbon, how many valence electrons are there? 1, 2 and 3, 4. Because carbon outermost NS2, NP2, and oxygen outermost, oxygen family will have outermost NS2, NP4. 6 valence electrons. So here if you see oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So according to Lewis theory, they will share these 2 electron pairs. And after sharing, here oxygen valency is satisfied with 8 valence electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But here carbon valency is not equal to 8. So it is not having the octet electronic configuration. After sharing 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 means it is having the sextet, means 6 valence electrons. So here this electron pair is donated to the carbon, and here these are the normal covalent bonds and this is the coordinate covalent bond. So we will represent it as carbon normal covalent bonds according to Lewis theory, and here one is the coordinate covalent bond. So here that's why in between carbon and oxygen there is a triple bond, and in this triple bond 2 are normal covalent bonds and one is the coordinate covalent bond. So these are examples we have seen. First one ammonium ion, and next one BF3 and ammonia, and next one carbon monoxide formation. So these are the some examples of coordinate covalent bond. And let us see the next type, hydrogen bonding. So it is very important for your 4 marks, hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding means what? So here the hydrogen is involved in the bonding, so that's why it is not a bond. It is the weak attraction force that exists due to the polar nature of the compound. What is meant by polar nature means? So here suppose if you take hydrogen fluoride. So here hydrogen is bonded with the fluorine. So fluorine is more electronegative. Already we have seen the halogens are more electronegative elements. More electronegative means they have the tendency to pull this electron cloud towards themselves. So this is called electronegativity phenomena. So due to this tendency of attracting electron pair, this fluorine will get partial negative charge. So here it is losing, so that's why it will get partial positive charge. So not complete transfer. So this electron cloud is more towards the fluorine, it will get the partial negative charge, not complete transfer. Complete transfer occurs in the ionic bond only. So in ionic bonds, there is a complete transfer of electron pair, and one will get negative and one will get positive ion, cation and anion. So but here not complete transfer. So here this fluorine get partial negative and partial positive. So this partial negative attracts the another partial positive. So if you take another HF molecule, in this also it is partial positive and partial negative. So it attracts the another positive end. So this attraction, this weak attraction is called hydrogen bonding, because hydrogen is involved in this attraction, that's why it is called hydrogen bonding. So here it is the weak electrostatic force of attraction exists between the positively charged hydrogen and another negative end of the molecule. So here this is the electrostatic force of attraction. So this hydrogen bonding is weaker. The first strongest bond is ionic bond and followed by covalent bond, and next, so these hydrogen bonding is weaker than ionic bond and covalent bonding. So in ionic bond and covalent bond, so there is a sharing of electrons in covalent bond, and electrostatic force of attraction is strong in ionic bond. So that's why ionic bond is the strongest bond because of strong electrostatic force of attraction. And next is covalent bond, sharing of electrons. And here the hydrogen bonding is the weaker than covalent and ionic bond. And here this is some more stronger than van der Waals force. Van der Waals force. So this is the order of strength of bonds. So let us see the hydrogen bonding. So suppose here A is attached with the hydrogen. Here A should be more electronegative atom. So the conditions for formation of hydrogen bonding, there should be some conditions are there. So the A should be attached with the hydrogen should be attached with the more electronegative atom. It may be fluorine, nitrogen, oxygen or chlorine. So here electronegativity should be more. Then only there is the partial positive charge and partial negative charge exist. And here the next one should have the B atom should have the lone pair of electrons. So they will share these lone pair electrons to the hydrogen, and these also should be more electronegative atom. So this will share this electron pair to the positively charged hydrogen, and this weak force of attraction is called hydrogen bonding. So these are the conditions. First, the hydrogen should be attached to the more electronegative atom, and the next atom also should be more electronegative, and it should have the lone pair of electrons. So this is the condition to hydrogen bonding. And next, types of hydrogen bonding. So the hydrogen bonding is two types: intermolecular hydrogen bonding and intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Intramolecular. So intermolecular hydrogen bonding means the hydrogen bonding between the molecules. So the formation of hydrogen bonding between molecules. So this is intramolecular hydrogen bonding is formed within the molecule, within the same molecule. So that's why it is called intra. Intra means within the same molecule. So here inter means between molecules. Let us see with examples. So here water, H2O, HF, NH3. So these are the examples for intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Let us see. So here the structure of water is like this. So here the oxygen is more electronegative. So it attracts this electron pair towards itself, and it also attracts the electron pair. So due to this attraction, it will get partial negative charge, and it attracts the another positive end of another water molecule. So like this, and this negative end again attracts the another positive end of the another water molecule. Means here this formation takes place between the molecules. So these are different molecules of water. Substance is same, but it is forming between the molecules. And here within the same molecule, so let us see the example within the same molecule. Orthohydroxybenzoaldehyde. So this is the structure of orthohydroxybenzoaldehyde. And here this OH is there. So oxygen is more electronegative and hydrogen is attached to more electronegative atom, and here oxygen is more electronegative atom. So the condition is fulfilled. So it gets partial negative charge, it gets partial positive charge, and this positive and attracts this electron pair of oxygen atom. So this is hydrogen bonding is formed within the same molecule. Yes, here only one molecule is there within the same molecules. That's why it is called intramolecular hydrogen bonding. One more example is orthohydroxybenzoic acid. This is the orthohydroxybenzoic acid. So this is also having the OH group. So oxygen means more electronegative, and more electronegative is attached to the hydrogen, and another more electronegative atom. So the condition is fulfilled. Now it gets partial positive, partial negative, and this positive attracts the lone pair electrons of the oxygen, and this is the intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So we have seen coordinate covalent bonding and hydrogen bonding. These are two important for the 4 marks.